Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and I just had to make a video to talk about this because just behavior like this is just absolutely. This is outrageous. So, yeah, in the description box, I'm gonna post a link to a video of a Judge Judy case for you guys to watch. And you should really watch this case because, I mean, just the way that the plaintiff acts in this thing is totally unacceptable. So, yeah, this case is kind of just about a certain accident that took place. I mean, I won't really give you guys the full story because the story will be down in the video in the description, but yeah, in this case is about a type of accident that took place and there and yeah, in this accident, and the defendant in this case, the defendant's daughter was killed, and the plaintiff was actually responsible for the whole accident and the defendant's daughter's death in the first place. So, yeah, this woman was responsible for the whole thing that happened to the defendant's daughter. And, yeah, as I said, the daughter died, and you'll be shocked to see what does the plaintiff in this case even do after allowing basically the cause of the accident to even happen in the first place, and as a result she was also responsible for the death of the daughter. What does this woman do? Did she go up to the defendant, and then after the accident took place, did she go up to her and apologize to her, explain to her what happened? Did she offer her condolences and say she was sorry for even allowing it to happen? No. What does this woman do? She decides to sue this mother for the freaking for all of the damage that took place to her stuff, because she feels that she wasn't in the wrong and that the daughter was in the wrong, and this woman, she feels that she did not do anything wrong in this case at all. She is just trying to pin all of the blame on the dead daughter. This is just absolutely unacceptable. Like, in the case down there, you'll hear from the plaintiff's son, who was also part in of this accident that took place that killed his daughter, and you'll hear the son explaining the story of what actually happened during the whole accident and how it was really caused. And you'll see that really how this whole thing happened was the plaintiff in this case's fault. She was responsible for this whole thing. She caused the death of the daughter, and she caused this accident in the first place because of some real stupidity on her part. And this is just ridiculous. I mean, I feel bad for the defendant in this case. I mean, why was she being sued? I mean, she should actually be suing who the plaintiff was in this case, because the plaintiff was the cause of this whole thing. Because of her, that poor woman lost her daughter, and she's being sued for damage that wouldn't have happened in the first place if the plaintiff hadn't even allowed the whole thing to take place. Yeah, like I said, you'll hear what the whole story is and what this accident really was in the link in the description down there. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, even Judge Judy in here, she actually does yeah, she even sees herself that the plaintiff was the cause of this whole thing. And it's just so freaking unacceptable and really sad that the plaintiff just feels that she did not do anything wrong and this was not her fault, when it was clearly all her fault. Gosh, just the behavior like this really just pisses me off, and it just really makes me sick to my stomach to see that there's people like this in the world. Gosh. I mean, yeah, and yeah, you can, and even in this case, Judge Judy even goes off on the plaintiff, if to just basically unleash her fury on how stupid the plaintiff really is being here. And yeah, the audience in the courtroom actually applauds twice, and rightfully so. They had every right to clap during the whole thing. And Judge Judy also has every right to go off on this woman. Because, I mean, she does deserve it. I mean, how can she actually be so heartless over something that she caused to begin with and feel it wasn't her fault? And just try to pin the blame on the mother who wasn't even causing this, and really just, she shouldn't even be sued at all. I mean, now, thankfully in this case, is like the mother of the victim did file a counterclaim over the plaintiff, and yeah, you can probably guess like how the judgment goes in this case. And yeah, and even like as Judge Judy is lashing out at the plaintiff in this case, she even like makes kind of a bitter comment towards her son and sort of around the end of this case also. So yeah, I mean you can just see how really how angry and furious Judge Judy was over this whole thing, and rightfully so. I mean, she had every right to be that way. Just, yeah, this is just, like, totally unacceptable behavior, and yeah, and even after, like, Judge Judy lashed out on the plaintiff, even after Judge Judy announced her judgment, even after that, the plaintiff still was feeling that it wasn't her fault, and it was the daughter's fault. Gosh. And yeah, you should also, like, listen to what the defendant also had to say, like, at the end of this case. Like after the judgment, like what she says is like a really good thing to listen to, and what she says is like really true on what should happen, and no one should really do the thing that the plaintiff in this case actually caused to in this case. And yeah, because what the reason that this happened in the case was because of something the plaintiff does all the time because of where they live. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just yeah, I won't really give too much away, but yeah, you can watch the case down in there and just see how freaking outrageous and how just heartless that the plaintiff in this case is. Just a cold, heartless bitch. Ah, this is ridiculous. Alright, so yeah, but you can just see for yourself in the video down there, like how just, oh, this is just sickening. And I freaking hope that this woman freaking has something happen to her, that she can feel the same pain that she put the defendant in this case through, and she can actually see for herself how it feels. Alright, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. Just unacceptable behavior in this case. So yeah, you can watch the video down there and just see for yourself like how outrageous this really is. Alright, so I just wanted to talk about this for a minute. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, check out the video down there and just see this outrage. Alright, so that's all I really have to say. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.